Definition of cooking terms. Number 1. Al dente. To cook pasta or vegetable until firm to the bite, yet tender. Number 2. Bake. To cook by dry heat, usually in an oven, known as roasting when applied to meats. Number 3. Barbecue. To slowly cook uncovered by dry heat in a gridiron or over coals under a free flame or unheated at stones or metals, or even in electric unit, usually basting with highly seasoned sauce. Number 4. Barred. To top or cover meat with a layer of fat, like bacon or salt pork slices usually in roasting. Number 5. Base. To moisten food while cooking to enhance its flavors, prevent the drying up of its surface, and improve its appearance. Batch. Batch cook to cook a small portion as needed for a service. Number 7. Butter. A medium thick mixture of liquid, egg, flour, salt, seasoning, and sometimes sugar used in making pancakes and cookies, or coated for deep fried foods. Number 8. To move a fork spoon. Number 8. Beat. To move a fork, spoons, or whisk, or used to retrieve bitter. Electric mixer, blender, or food processor to blend, mix, and generally incorporate air into a mixture. Number 9. Bind. To make a mixture of 2 or more ingredients to cohere into a homogeneous product, usually by adding binding agent like a starch or gelatin. Number 10. Blanch. To dip or flush food materials into boiling water to cook to 10 to 20% doneness to inactive enzymes and aid into removal of skins from nuts, fruits, and some vegetables. 11. Blend. To combine 2 or more ingredients thoroughly that they are lost their separate identities. Number 12. Bland sauce. Number 12. Bland sauce. Number 12. Bland sauce. A sauce made by thickening a light stock with a roux, consisting of fat and flour. Number 13. Boil. To cook in a liquid at boiling temperature of water at sea level, 212 Fahrenheit or 100 degree Fahrenheit, wherein bubbles rise continually and break at the surface. 14. Bone. To remove a flesh or meaty portion from the bones. 15. Boiled. A well-seasoned stock. 16. Bouquet garni. A combination of vegetables, herbs, and spices like parsley, bay leaves, thyme, celery, onions, and other herbs finely chopped, usually tied in a small flute, used in making light stock. 17. Bouqueterie. A combination of 3 or more vegetables, herbs, and accompanied of an entry. 18. Braise. To coat the food surface with bread crumbs, alone or with a flour, egg, wash, or milk, and crumbs before cooking. 19. Bread. To coat the food surface with bread crumbs alone or with flour, egg, wash, or milk, and crumbs before cooking. 20. Broil. To cook by dry direct heat from above. 21. Broth. The liquid in which a food, usually meat or vegetable, has been cooked. 22. Brown sauce, or a basic sauce is made by thickening a brown stock with a raw or cornstarch or by reducing it quickly. 23. Butter sauce, a sauce consisting of emulsified egg yolks and butter. 24. Candy. To cook food materials like fruit peel, and related food item in heavy syrup until plump and transparent, then drained and dried. 25. Caramelized. To heat sugar until it is liquefied and eventually turns brown in color and characteristic caramel flavor in develop. 26. Carré. A cube measuring 1/4 to 1/2 inch. 28. Clarify. To clear liquid or stocks or any solid particles. 29. Complement. The addition of the second ingredients of flavor that goes well with the first, wherein both are enhanced. 30. Concassare. To cut into raw but even-sized particles are in making merfa. 31. Converting a recipe. Adjusting the amounts of ingredients in its correct proportion to produce a larger or smaller quantity of the same dish. 32. Cook. To bring about a change in a food product through a heat application over a period of time to make it edible and palatable. 33. Corned. Submerge it brine. 34. Cream. To work on one or more ingredients to a soft, smooth, and creamy mass using a spoon, mixer, or any appropriate tool. 35. Cross contamination. The spread of microorganisms from one food to another through a dirty knife, a towel, container, chopping board, dish, or hands. Cube. To cut food material into a cube shape measuring about 1/2 to 1 inch. 37. A cure. To preserve a food material by salting, pickling, or drying. 38. Deep fry. To cook food submerged in hot oil. 39. Deglaze. To dissolve or loosen coagulated meat juices that stick to the bottom of frying pan or roasted by adding a water, stock, or wine. 40. Deglaze. To remove fat from the surface of a liquid such as an sauce of stocks by skimming, decanting, or soaking in a paper. 41. Dehydrate. To remove moisture from a food product, generally to improve its keeping quality done by sun or air, drying, heat, or salting. 42. Dice. To cut into small uniform cubes about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in size. 43. Dot. To put a small pieces of butter over the food, allowing it to melt and cover its surface upon heating. 44. Dredge. To cut or sprinkle food materials lightly with a fine, dry, or powdery substance such as flour, kernel, and groundnuts. 45. Dripping. Juices and fats extracted from fatty animals, tissues, and bones by heating originally refers to the fat from raw meat or poultry with good flavor. 46. Dash. To sprinkle lightly with fine powdery substances like sugar, cocoa, flour, or groundnuts. 47. Egg wash. A combination of beaten eggs and liquid, usually milk, used in breading of food material for frying or for brushing dough to produce a good color and growth. 48. Emissary. To slice very thinly. 49. Entree. The main course of courses of dinner consisting usually of meat, game, fish, or pulses with or without accompaniments, or one of the classic white or brown sauces and garnish. 50. Extremates. Entremet. Originally in a dish served after the main course consisting of sweet dish such as pastry, pudding, or frozen fish. 41. Espagnole. A basic brown sauce made from a rich beef stock thickened with a raw, usually mixed with a tomato puree, which serves as mother sauce for many sauces. 52. Fine dice. To cut into 1/8 inch in size cubes, also called brunoise. 53. Fine herbs. A combination of several finely mild flavor rich herbs for flavoring and garnishing, usually consists of equal parts of parsley, chives, chivel, and tarragon. 54. Finish cook. To cook to the doneness a partially cooked dish, usually just before serving. 55. Flake. To break or pull apart food material like poultry, fish, or meat. 56. Flame. To add wine or liquor to a dish and ignite to flame. 57. Flavor. To add product that possesses a distinctive taste that complements the dominating flavor or dish without masking the flavor or losing its identity. 58. Flavor folder. An ingredient added in cooking a dish to enhance or enrich the flavor of the main ingredients. 60. Fold. To mix and maintain ingredients slightly with another ingredients or mixture by gently cutting and turning with a spoon or spatula to prevent breakdown or release in trap air bubbles. 61. Fricassee. To braise white meat or poultry, usually served with a white sauce. Fry. To cook in hot oil or either in a swallow or deep fat or oil. 63. Garnish. To add a colorful and decorative edible essence to a finished dish entirely for eye appeal, not necessary eating. 64. Garniture. To add something edible to finished dish for eye appeal, flavor, and texture, which becomes a part of the dish and eaten without it. 65. Glaze. To add shine or give glossy finish to the surface of sweet and savory dishes for eye appeal and flavor. 66. Grate. To force through a grater to reduce food to finer pieces. 67. Grill. To cook food with a direct heat over or under heat source. 68. Grind. To reduce hard food materials to fine powder like coffee and spices to minced meats. 69. Hold. To keep a portion of fully prepared food at safe temperature for a short period of time before its intended use. 70. Julienne. A food material cut into small and very thin pieces about 1 to 8 to 1 and 1/2 inch sticks. 71. Knead. To work in dough with an pressing motion accompanied by folding and stretching which can be done manually or mechanically to develop sheets of protein and incorporate air. 72. Lard. To spread or insert fat cauldrons through meats with a larding needle or placing slice of fat or surface and cook lean meats or fish to give flavor and prevent drying or off the surface, keeping it succulent during roasting. 73. Melty Hotel Butter, a compound butter flavored with lemon juice, chopped parsley, and other herbs. 74. Marinade. Has been is a liquid or liquid mixture made of the purpose of marinating to add flavor and to tenderdize. Render. To release fat from connective tissue by heating at low temperature. 115. Rest. To let a stand to allow the meat juices of roast to settle into the flesh. 116. Roast. To cook by dry heat, usually in an enclosed unit such as oven or barbecue pit or on revolving spit before oven flame. 117. Roll to fast food material through a fine of coloring substance to coat. 118. Roe. A thickening agent made of combination of fat and flour cooked together to verify degrees of colors. White roe, black roe, brown roe. 119. Sachet pot. Herbs and spices are tied in pieces of cheesecloth and added to the cooking pot of flavored stock, sauce, and sauces or stews. 120. Sanitize. To wash surface and utensil with germicides to free it from bacteria. 121. Sauce. Refer to a thickening sauce in liquid enhance and appearance and flavor of dish. Basic sauces not seasoned used in finished sauces. Finished sauces refers to a sauce ready for serving maybe seasoned basic sauce. Number 122. Saute. To cook by flipping quickly in a small amount of fat considered to be a partial cooking process. 123. Score. To mark the surface usually of meat or fish with a swallow cuts to prevent edges from curling during cooking. 124. Sear. To brown the meat surface by exposing the extreme heat in a pan or oven before cooking at lower temperature. 125. Season. To heighten a balance or food own's flavor by adding seasonings. 126. Red. To cut or tear fine strips of pieces. 127. Sock. The removal of the outer covering such as shells from mouse or corn hulls. 128. Simmer. To cook it liquid just below boiling point wherein the liquid has bubbles floated down slowly from the bottom and the surface appears fairly undisturbed. 129. Skim. To remove from the floating layer from milk, sauces, or sauce using a skimmer. 130. Slice. To cut across the grain into even slices about 1/8 to 3/8 inch thick. 131. Silver. To cut into long thin strips with a knife or cutting board, usually applied on almonds and finito for garnishing.